Hello and welcome to Midday Update. Coming up are the headlines for the day. Labour Ministry announces over 600 jobs in the private sector. Austrian delegation visits Al Salil Natural Park. Sultan Qaboos Street to be temporarily closed for maintenance. Portuguese Prime Minister presents new government. Transport strike to end this week, says Spanish Prime Minister. Indian Foreign Secretary Shringla meets UN chief at United Nations headquarters. Brazil boss Tite admits Neymar concern. Japan's Sakamoto leads women's short program at Figure Skating Worlds. Those are the headlines. We'll take a short commercial break and we'll be back with the COVID-19 updates for the day and the local stories. Stay tuned.
The advancement of the Fourth Industrial Revolution has given rise to a digital economy where humans and machines collaborate to leap ahead on innovation and profitability through the use of artificial intelligence. Nebula AI supports the retail sector through applications that help retailers to understand consumer behavior and optimize merchandising for a better shopping experience by analyzing customer purchasing patterns and shopper occupancy flows. AI is changing all the rules of how companies operate. Let us help you get there.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
Looking for that ease of living in this beautiful country? Watch our weekly show Tea Talk every Wednesday at 8 p.m. where we'll be discussing latest news, updates, and what's buzzing on the social media.
Welcome back now for the COVID-19 updates for the day. 0 new COVID-19 related deaths have been registered in the Sultanate. The total number of deaths remain at 4,250. Meanwhile, 93 new cases of coronavirus were registered, which brings the total number of positive COVID-19 cases to 387,922. Those are the COVID updates. Now for the local stories for the day. The Labour Ministry has announced more than 600 job vacancies in various private sector institutions in the Sultanate of Oman. Oman News Agency revealed that the Ministry of Labour announced the availability of 675 job opportunities in various private sector institutions, distributed as 161 jobs for university degree holders, 105 jobs for post-secondary diploma holders, 360 jobs for general education diploma holders, and 49 for below general education diploma holders. An Austrian delegation has visited Al Salil Natural Park in South Al-Sharqiya Governorate. Al Salil Natural Park in the Wilayat of Al-Kamil and Wafi received an Austrian delegation to learn about the components of the reserve and the types of wild plants and wildlife that inhabit the reserve, one such being the Arabian gazelle. Throughout the year, the reserve receives a large number of international visitors, citizens and residents of the Sultanate of Oman, Environment Authority said in a statement. Muscat Municipality has announced the temporary closure of Sultan Qaboos Street for the maintenance work from today evening till Sunday, March 27, 2022. Muscat Municipality said the following in a statement. In cooperation with the Directorate General of Traffic, Muscat Municipality will partially close Sultan Qaboos Street starting from today evening until Sunday, March 27, 2022 for the purpose of maintaining the damaged part of the street. Please be careful and follow the traffic instructions shown on the site. With that, we'll take a short break and we'll be back with the international and sports stories for the day.
The advancement of the Fourth Industrial Revolution has given rise to a digital economy where humans and machines collaborate to leap ahead on innovation and profitability through the use of artificial intelligence. Nebula AI supports the retail sector through applications that help retailers to understand consumer behavior and optimize merchandising for a better shopping experience by analyzing customer purchasing patterns and shopper occupancy flows. AI is changing all the rules of how companies operate. Let us help you get there.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
We at TTV are coming up with a new show. In which we'll be discussing about retail, hospitality, aviation, education, and various other sectors so that you keep abreast of all the latest updates in the country. So let's talk every Monday at 8 p.m.
Welcome back to Midday Update. Now for the international stories. Portuguese Prime Minister Antonio Costa presented on Wednesday the new formation of the country's government, which has been accepted by President Marcelo Rebelo de Sousa. With 17 ministers and 38 secretaries of state, the 23rd Portuguese government will have a reduction of 20% compared to the previous one that ended last year. The new government will be the first in the history of Portuguese democracy with more female ministers than males, with the highlight on the new Minister of National Defence, Helena Carreiras, who will be the first woman to assume the position. The Prime Minister-designate Antonio Costa said that the new government has a strong political core and is made up of people with diverse experiences in Portuguese society, namely in academia and the business world. The inauguration of the new ministries is expected to take place on March 30th. Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez on Wednesday said he was confident his government would reach an agreement with striking truck drivers to end the ongoing transport strike this week. Sanchez said his government is working on a package of measures to respond to the economic problems caused by the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. Speaking at the weekly control session in Parliament, the Prime Minister said the aim was for everyone to form a great plan to give an answer to the consequences of the conflict in Ukraine and to approve it on March 29th at the next cabinet meeting. The government on Monday agreed on an aid package of 500 million euros for the transport sector with the National Committee for Road Transport, which represents around 80% of the companies in the sector. The two sides are scheduled to meet again on Friday to discuss details on how the financial aid will work. The strike, launched on March 14 to protest high fuel costs and the drivers' working conditions, has had wide-ranging effects, such as forcing the Spanish Federation of Dairy Industries to shut down activity last week, leaving many dairy farmers with no option other than to pour their milk down the drain. Food supplies to sheep and cattle have also been affected, along with transport in and out of ports, while a lack of supplies has forced the Volkswagen car factory and the Mercedes factory to halt production. Foreign Secretary Harsh Shringla met with UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres at the United Nations headquarters in New York and discussed issues on UN Security Council's agenda, including Afghanistan and Myanmar. Foreign Secretary reaches New York to participate in United Nations Security Council meeting on cooperation between the UN and the League of Arab States. On Wednesday, he met UAE Minister of State Khalifa Shaheen Al-Marar on the sidelines of the UNSC meeting. Shringla congratulated Al-Marar on the UAE's successful presidency of the UNSC and the adoption of the presidential statement by UNSC on UN-LAS cooperation, Ministry of External Affairs spokesperson Aridam Bakshi said. The Foreign Secretary also met Dr. Atul Khar, Under Secretary General Department of Operational Support of the United Nations, on the occasion. Those were the international stories. Now for the sports news. Brazil manager Tite revealed on Wednesday that he has talked privately with Neymar as the PSG forward endures one of the least productive periods of his career. Neymar has managed just 5 goals in 21 games across all competitions for PSG this season while grappling with adductor and ankle injuries. Scrutiny on the 30-year-old intensified earlier this month after the French club's elimination from the Champions League at the hands of Real Madrid. "We have a general concern, but there are things that are very intimate that stay inside the locker room," Tite told reporters on the eve of Brazil's World Cup qualifier against Chile. Neymar's return of a goal every 4.2 matches this season compares with a career average of 1 strike per 1.7 games. Tite said the national team structure would create a sanctuary of sorts for the number 10, who sits second behind Pelé on Brazil's all-time top scorer list with 70 goals in 116 matches. "The reality of playing for a club is one thing, and that of playing for the national team is another," Tite said. "Several players in the squad have been through a period of adversity with their clubs, and others come here with high self-esteem. Neymar is used to playing under pressure. We already have pressure that we put on ourselves, and we're not going to let pressure from the outside affect us." Olympic bronze medalist Kaori Sakamoto of Japan took the first place after the women's short program at the 2020 ISU World Figure Skating Championships, which opened on Wednesday. Skating to music from the film Gladiator, Sakamoto finished a huge double axel, triple lutz and triple flip, triple toe to hit a personal best of 80.32 points to take the lead, more than 5 points clear of Belgium's Loena Hendricks and nearly 8 points ahead of Maria Bell of the United States. With the absence of Russian skaters, 21-year-old Sakamoto landed on the ice at the Stade de France Arena as the title favorite. A 5-point lead in the short program should boost her confidence entering into the free skating on Friday. Those are the local, international and sports stories for the day. For more updates,